A note with my friends, the macaws, roses, clematis, and some water lilies. And a note on failure. Failure is part of life, and supposedly this is not a subject for positive psychology, uh, but it's counterintuitive. Positive psychology is not just about let's be happy and laugh all the time. It's a really good, honest science, and it teaches us how to cope with adversity and trauma. And failure is part of life. Furthermore, as Harvard professor Tal Ben-Shahar puts it, learn to fail or fail to learn. So he even goes as far as to wish his students, I wish you fail more. Because if you fail, it means you try. And he has a couple of lectures on the subject: perfectionism, failure, um, self-esteem. Self-esteem is a different, uh, although related subject, but differently treated in a different terminal part of his course. And what's interesting is that the most successful artists in art history have produced the most failures. It's the same in science. Those who have achieved fame, the inventor of the light bulb, Edison, has tried, had been trying, and had failed 10,000 times before achieving a success. It's true, he didn't, in interviews, he didn't see it that way. He said that, in fact, he managed to demonstrate 10,000 ways of not making the bulb, something like that. I forgot the exact words. And Babe Ruth, a famous baseball star, was famous for his home runs, but I didn't know that. He was also the one who made the most mistakes, so to say. He strikeouts. I'm not familiar with the game and the rules, but uh, a good number of mistakes and failures is associated with success. If you don't fail, that means you don't try, and if you don't try, you don't manage anything. He even said this, gave this Chinese example. Let me see if how I remember it. Um, this older man is asked by his grandchild, um, a grandfather, um, they say you're wise. Why is that? Because I have a good judgment. And how did you get that? Well, I have a good experience, long experience. And how did you get that? Well, I've got that through bad judgment. Something like that. I'm missing one stage, but still. And the other thing I was considering in relation with failure, in fact, two things. One, I was worried a bit, I'm still worried once in a while, but having established that failure is necessary to achieve success, I should not worry so much. I was worried that what I'm doing here is failing. What's the point? Uh, well, there is a point. There was a success. I noted on a good sand from a strange mountain, Robert Olin Butler, and the author himself commented. I don't know how he found commented on my video and said something nice. That something like, I got the point. It's irrelevant, but it's amazing. It's an achievement that the author himself, Pulitzer Prize winner, wonderful man, a genius, communicated with me. We're Facebook friends, not that this is. And he asked me, not that this is something amazing, but there it is. And he appreciated to some extent the fact that I was mesmerized by his work, and I got one point from that. I got some message, and that's good. Otherwise, maybe it's for no good reason, except this fails. I mean, few people watch this, but then eventually, inshallah, I will reach a stage when this failure will turn into a great success. And if not, there's the other thing I was connecting with. What is success achieving? And I was thinking Trump. Trump could be an example of extraordinary, the ultimate achievement. He got the best job in the world. He's the leader of the free world. And yet, he's a stupid asshole. He's he's a danger to humanity. He just signed off the Paris climate change accord. Uh, True, that's a bit more complicated. On a side note, I'm thinking of that and the French, and they're signing up on that, and their emissaries in the world. I see people from the French embassy keeping their engines while the car is in one spot at the Lycée Français, and polluting the atmosphere for nothing instead of just opening the windows for the breeze. Oh, and finding other solutions. I'm sorry, if we're talking climate change, we're not just uh, polluting the planet because we want 22 degrees inside instead of 23. Anyway, returning. So Trump is the symbol of the ultimate um, success, and at the same time, the epitome of absolute total failure. In other words, translated to practice, to this real case and these circumstances. I mean, I don't have that job. I don't have any real job for that matter. But still, I'm better than Trump. It's that simple. And the millions and millions and millions of people who have voted him and still, crazy enough, still support him. And don't know any better. And with that of mind, this particular case is one of achievement if we compare with those people.